Now on CoastTV News.
Short-term regulations in Ocean City, the rules that could be passed in a matter of hours.
Milton rental regulations. Towns up and down the coast weighing how to handle the surge in new stays.
This land is planned for Deep Branch Park in Milford. It promises green space, but raises questions about security and neighborhood impact.
We have blustery beach conditions for now and a snowstorm for later. I'll show you what I'm tracking.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
A potential regulation has property owners across Delmarva crying foul. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with two towns nailing down their rental regulations.
First, we're going to take you to Ocean City. This week, council will make the final decision on whether or not to add a 5-day minimum length stay for residential areas and mobile homes in town. CoastTV News reporter Kevin Zappé joins us live there. Kevin, homes in these areas would lose the ability to rent how they see fit.
Maddie, this home behind me is just one example of a house that would be affected if this proposal becomes law. Now, we talked to a couple realtors in the Ocean City area, and we say owners who rent out their property rely on that income to survive and believes that if passed, property value in those areas would go down. On the other hand, the town says the main reason this is being proposed is to keep neighborhoods from feeling like hotel districts.
The council is trying to strike that balance, allowing some rental activity to occur, but trying to maintain the character of those neighborhoods.
A 5-day minimum length stay isn't the only thing on the table. Just a couple weeks ago, the Ocean City Council approved a regulation that would require only 2 people per bedroom, no matter the size. I'm Kevin Zappé, live in Ocean City, CoastTV News.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, if approved, the 5-day minimum would not affect any prior bookings made before January 29th of this year. It's also worth noting, if you have a property you'd like to rent out this year, you're going to have to wait. At an earlier council meeting, council also approved an 11-month moratorium on new short-term rental licenses in the single-family residential and mobile home residential districts.
And it is not just Ocean City. Milton is working to tackle the uptick in Airbnbs as well. In the newsroom is CoastTV News reporter Zakiya Jennings. Zakiya, you sat down with somebody who owns a short-term rental.
Charlie, I spoke with Alex Delmar, who lives in Milton and rents out part of her property. And while some in town do have their concerns about rental properties taking over the small town feel, Delmar says she has her own concerns as the owner. Scrolling online looking for the perfect short-term rental in historic downtown Milton. You may find a rental owned by Alex Delmar, but her property could face new regulations from the town. Delmar's #1 concern is a rental tax that we often see in resort towns like Rehoboth Beach and Dewey Beach.
For someone like me, I actually probably would stop doing vacation rental, or I would certainly have to change how I make my place available.
Delmar says rental owners don't pocket as much money as people may think. Mayor John Collier says concerns from residents and town leadership alike led them to explore their options.
This was just for the fact we've had one unit that was bought by an investor for that sole purpose, and we figured it's time to be ahead of it instead of getting behind it is all.
While it's rumored to resemble Lewis's regulations, Mayor John Collier hopes it best serves the town of Milton.
Actually, it's a common practice amongst small municipalities. They look at everybody around, well, who's got something to do with this? Well, how did they do it, or what did they do? I prefer to do our own work, our own research, because not everything that works in another community will work here.
Delmar just hopes the outcomes will benefit rental owners and those with concerns.
I do think it's really important that when they're making these decisions about how they're going to change the rules or impose the rules, that they first consider what they're actually trying to do.
Milton's Planning and Zoning Commission will share their advisory report at their meeting on Tuesday. Here I have the 2025 rental property revisions, and here it says one of the new revisions will be property owners have to have documents that show their property identification number and information on maximum occupancy. Back to you.
And this brings us to our Coast TV poll this evening. We want to know, what is the biggest downside of rental restrictions.
Let's take a look at the results so far. Take a look at your screen. 66% say hard to enforce, 21% say hurts tourism, and less rental income and no downside have a little bit of the vote there. But this is the first time we put this poll up.
These numbers often do change. If you want to vote, you can do that at coasttv.com or use our Coast TV mobile app.
This week, Sussex County Planning and Zoning is considering a site plan for what would be called Deep Branch Park in Milford. The city of Milford wants to transform the 19-acre parcel into a park on Rehoboth Boulevard. Some ideas are playgrounds, pickleball courts, and walking trails. Now, some people who live nearby are excited for the opportunities the park brings, but others do have their doubts.
What concerns me is basically the security, because we've got a lot of older people living on that side, and they really don't have backyards, so the park will be like right up against their backyard.
The original idea for the park was involved in a since scrapped case of eminent domain. You might remember it caused a lot of controversy. This new plan does not include any of the property that was in that, owned by Annette Billings. It does, though, include Billings' brother's land, but that was willingly sold to the city.
High winds hammered across Delmarva this weekend, and the effect can be seen right here in Seaford. You can see the force from the gusts knocking down trees and power for thousands. High winds continued on into today, and Delaware Electric Cooperative says some additional outages are still likely. With all that in mind, we take a live look into Lewis as we get ready to check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams. Paul, going to be a big week for you Mets over there.
It just keeps on coming, and it seems to not be slowing down anytime soon. So for today, we're still dealing with the high winds. That's going to be a concern until 6 o'clock, and then we've got to start talking about what I'm going to call a very wishy-washy snowstorm. And I'll explain why I call it that in a moment. So our Irish Eyes camera in Lewis, we're holding at 40 degrees with winds at about 16 miles per hour, and they've died down a bit. We're looking for it to stay clear, but look at how we're going to chill down to 33 degrees as early as 9 o'clock. Temperatures right now, 40 in Rehoboth, 41 Bethany Beach, and in Ocean City as well as Redden. But here's what we have going on right now. There is an actual winter storm watch. It's going to kick in for us Wednesday going into Thursday. Now, we're watching out the latest information we're looking at. We could see approximately between 3 to 5 inches of snow in some areas from Lewis all the way down towards, let's say, Ocean City. But in addition to that, we have small craft advisory, so it's breezy along the shore as well. And right now, we're really playing more of a wait-and-see approach to this storm because it's causing all the models to go this way, that way, and in the middle. I'll go ahead and average those for you and show you what my latest findings come up with. Till then, back to you, Maddie.
Thank you, Paul. We have developing news out of Toronto. A scary situation as a Delta flight was involved in this terrifying crash landing. Just look at that at your screen. Now, details are scarce, but video shows the plane upside down on the snowy roadway. The Canadian press reports that one passenger is critically injured and 7 people were also hurt.
On this President's Day, President Trump and his administration, specifically Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, are not slowing down in the quest to downsize the federal government. NBC's Yamich Alcindor shows us the department's latest target.
On this day, to honor past presidents, demonstrators took to the streets to protest the man currently in the White House, speaking out against the Trump administration's Department of Government Efficiency, the office created to reduce what President Trump calls government waste.
They're hardworking civil servants, like all the federal workers are, and, they don't deserve to be treated like that.
Over the weekend, more than 300 Federal Aviation Administration employees received termination notices just weeks after 2 fatal plane crashes. And the latest target? The Internal Revenue Service. An IRS employee affiliated with DOGE is expected to seek access to a system with sensitive taxpayer information. The administration says the worker has the necessary security clearance. Critics say it should not be an individual making these changes.
I'm a Republican, I'm a conservative, and I think most of the country agrees with me that perhaps the federal bureaucracy has gotten too big. Where I have an issue is that someone probably shouldn't be Elon Musk. That someone should be Congress.
Today, a federal judge heard arguments from 14 states asking to block Elon Musk and DOGE from making personnel decisions about government workers. Judge Tanya Chutkin said she would rule on the state's case within 24 hours. Meanwhile, the president taking to social media, showing words of approval from various conservative media outlets. and touting what his administration has done so far.
This country has made more progress in the last 3 weeks than it's made in the last 4 years.
In what could be a test for the Supreme Court, the Trump administration is asking justices to overturn a lower court ruling that reinstated a fired government watchdog. Earlier this month, the Trump administration fired the head of the Office of Special Counsel. He is a Biden appointee and claimed he was fired illegally. In Washington, Yamiche Alcindor, NBC News.
Delaware also saw demonstrators gather at the state capitol, protesters taking aim at President Trump and Musk. Cheryl Siskin with Indivisible Southern Delaware, who helped organize the protest, says they're calling on legislators to stand up to the Trump administration and what they call authoritarian leadership.
The federal workforce are the most dedicated professionals. It's not a partisan thing. It's about doing right for America. Those people sacrifice because they don't make that much money working for the federal government. They do it because they want to help America and Americans.
Now, protests are taking hold of the country now, and new tonight, an update on a story that took the nation by storm in December. Luigi Mangione, the man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York City. Mangione is speaking out for the first time. Mangione released a statement on a new website created by his attorneys that comes ahead of his scheduled court appearance next week. Mangione says he's overwhelmed by and grateful for everyone who has written him in prison.
Still ahead, bird flu plan, what the Trump administration is doing to combat the deadly virus.
And we have a looming snowstorm in our area, so prepare for another walk on the winter side of things. But tonight, we're just going to become cold.
Life-threatening winter storm gripping millions across the country. We have that for you up next.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Call now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
Sometimes when you buy a new home, your kitchen doesn't reflect your modern sensibilities. Our team at Kitchen Concepts Plus can help you get the kitchen of your dreams. In over 20 years of business, we've built thousands of kitchens that help our clients elevate their homes to a modern, welcoming atmosphere that reflect their personalities. Talk to one of our experts to make your dream kitchen come to life.
To learn more about Kitchen Concepts Plus, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Designed to outlast and outlive. Toyota trucks are unmatched, unstoppable, unequaled. Check out the new Land Cruiser and start your epic journey today. Outfitted with the most advanced tech and ready for anything. Hurry into your Toyota dealer now and lease a new Land Cruiser for a low $459 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Dandelions, a bright yellow warning that now is the time for prevention because crabgrass and clover aren't far behind. Hillside Lawn Service has been making lawns around the Chesapeake healthier and weed-free for nearly 30 years. From soil to trees, grass and weeds, Hillside's certified agronomists test your soil, apply exactly what it needs and nothing it doesn't. Their high-efficiency formulas help protect our waterways. Switch to Hillside now and get $25 off their annual maintenance program. Call Hillside Lawn Service for your free assessment.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
What's happening right now, the 10th polar vortex is now making its impact throughout the center part of the country, setting the stage for problems with icing happening throughout the Midwest, and it's setting the stage for us to have a hard time shaking off the snow that we're expecting on Wednesday and Thursday. Listen, extreme weather is battering millions across the country. Tens of millions of Americans are now under cold weather alerts across the entire country. Michael Yoshida shows us this comes with life-threatening temperatures just on the horizon.
When temperatures get that cold, lives are at risk.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott warning a month after storms dump snow across the southern United States, Texans should prepare for another round of extreme winter weather, including frigid temperatures, which could be life-threatening in some parts of the country.
If people are not paying attention to it, they're going to be shocked by what's going to happen over the next few hours and the next few days. And actually, in some places in the state of Texas, it may be the coldest event ever marked in history.
From Texas to Montana, more than 30 million people under cold alerts. Snowfall also expected. 4 to 10 inches could be dumped in Kansas, Missouri, and Illinois, and 3 to 6 in Kentucky, still reeling from a weekend of deadly flooding.
It's impacted all of Kentucky. All of Kentucky still has standing water in different areas.
A state of emergency declared, with record rainfall leading the Kentucky State Police to perform more than 1,000 rescues in less than 24 hours. First responders warning people of the dangers of water-covered roadways.
It does not matter how deep it is, don't try to cross it. Small cars, it'll sweep you right off the roadway.
Tennessee and Virginia filled with similar sites of high water. Officials warning as flood concerns continue, the next threat is on the horizon.
This is a dangerous situation. Power could be out for some considerable amount of time. There's cold weather coming.
In Washington, I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
And to be quite honest, we have our own slice of cold weather coming. We are under a winter storm watch. I'm going to show you the latest tracking of what we could possibly see here Wednesday night going into Thursday morning. So listen, don't go anywhere because we got to walk through this, okay?
In your home, every drop of water matters. It's not just H2O, it's health and home comfort. At FH we take your plumbing personally. For just $29, let us be your home's water experts. We'll scrutinize every pipe to ensure reliability and purity right from the tap. Because we believe water is the lifeblood of your home, we're adding a free water quality test, ensuring your water is as clean and as safe as possible.
Comfort. FHFur.com.
Get ready to run, walk, or stroll for a great cause. The 12th annual Lucky Leprechaun 5K is back in Milton on Sunday, March 9th. Start your day with a fun 5K at 11 a.m. Then stick around for the 17th annual Milton St. Patrick's Day Parade at 2. Your race supports the Milton Fire Department, the Milton Chamber of Commerce, and the Women's Club of Milton. Sign up now for just $35 or $40 on race day. Don't miss this St. Patrick's Day tradition. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
Shower your home with love with a new bath from Baths by Spicer Brothers. Our factory-trained experts can transform your space into one you'll love in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee, you can have peace of mind knowing your new bath or shower will last a lifetime. Right now, get 50% off installation, plus take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026.
Call to schedule your free in-home consultation. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Celebrate President's Day with huge savings at Preston Hyundai of Millsboro. We have an incredible selection of over 180 new Hyundais on the lot, including options under 30 grand, like the 2025 Kona Hyundai SEL for just $29,365. Check out millsborohyundai.com to buy online and we'll deliver it to your front door. We're open 8:30 to 8 p.m. on weekdays and 8 until 6 p.m. on Saturdays, or until the last customer is satisfied. Visit us at the all-new Preston Hyundai at Millsboro and discover why people say cars cost less with Preston.
At Choice Hotels like this Comfort Hotel, you get more for your money so you can maximize any vacation, like starting game day with a free hot breakfast. I got waffles, how about you?
Go Waffles!
Woo! Get double points on all stays when you book direct.
Why is Rich so good? So annoying.
Buttery, salty show-offs.
I love them. Is that a smile?
This is a salty club.
Salty. You're gonna get us kicked out.
So?
That's better.
Loved by everyone, even the saltiest.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
Well, since last week, we've been talking about the likelihood of a snowstorm paying us another visit for Wednesday going into Thursday, and I was primarily concerned about Thursday, and I still am. That hasn't changed. But it's been a little wonky, for lack of a better phrase, as far as the amount of snow, ranging between 1 to 4 and 3 to 5. So we're going to break down the latest run and just share you everything on how we make the sausage on this thing. Our gutter helmet camera in Ocean View, we're at 40 degrees right now. The winds are still a bit active. You can see how the wind is and the flags are flying right now. We'll drop down to 33 degrees with clearing skies. Now, today's story was the wind and how cold it felt, just unrelenting with the winds. 39 right now in Rehoboth. We're at 38 in Milton, 40 in Georgetown, Delmar, as well as Seaford. Here's a look at the wind gusts right now, knifing its way out of the northwest up to 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Millsboro, 28-mile-per-hour wind gusts recently measured in Georgetown. Now, as far as the peak wind gusts, we had a 40-mile-per-hour wind gust that was recorded in Salisbury, 37-mile-per-hour wind gust in Cambridge and Easton, and a 39-mile-per-hour wind gust in Ocean City. We're under a winter storm watch. Now, it kicks in Tuesday going into Wednesday, but we're still watching out for the possibility of 3 to 5 inches of snow in and around the Lewis area. And the same holds true for us, really, Fenwick Island, Ocean City. I really think between Little Georgetown, Ocean Pines, Ocean City, West Ocean City, and Fenwick Island, as well as Gray's Corner, that's where I'm looking at possibly the best opportunity for the most snow. In addition to that, we have gusty winds in Ocean City, 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts off of the shore for really the entire Delmarva Peninsula on both sides, okay? Now, with the winds going to get out of the way, we're taking a look at the latest with the winds. By Tuesday afternoon, we're still going to be looking at near 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts for Tuesday. So that's our concern for Tuesday. But winds are slowing down. We still have the small craft advisories. The winter storm watch is in effect, sets the stage thanks to the Arctic vortex. And then a wishy-washy snowstorm, and because it's a moving target as far as the amounts. Overnight, we're going to drop down to 26. We have below average temperatures with that push of cold air, and that polar vortex is taking over the center part of the country. It's just going to filter its way towards us as well. So we'll receive that cold air on top of that. Here's where it gets tricky. Wednesday in the afternoon, we see the snow just along the southern Sussex County line. And then it pulls up, then it backs up again for us by 8 o'clock Thursday. And then we still have more of it that's trying to develop. Now, the amount of snow, we're still looking at possibly 4 near Berlin and Ocean City, at least 1.5 throughout the rest of our viewing area. And then this particular model is showing that this is passing mainly directly to our south and that it's almost a near miss. So the 3 models are not agreeing like they should. That makes it a little tricky. But the bottom line is I'm looking for Wednesday going into Thursday. When we have the snow happening, Wednesday night going into Thursday. And I'm saying we're looking at about 2 to 4 inches of snow, generally speaking, for everybody anyway. So as we get ready to come to a close, let's go ahead and rehash what we're expecting. Remaining clear and chilly for tonight, 24. 34 for tomorrow, remaining cold. And then on Wednesday, significant moisture building towards the snow for the evening hours. Finally, here's a look at the extended forecast. Wednesday night, Thursday morning, that's the time frame we'll keep watching for.
Thank you, Paul. Looking ahead, here's a quick traffic alert for drivers to be aware of next week in Lewis. Dorman Road between Route 24 and Conley's Chapel Road will be closed for a pipe replacement project. That starts next Monday. It'll be closed through March 10th.
Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 5:30, Worcester Prep faces Delmarva Christian in boys basketball. And catch a full recap at all the action on the final score at 10:30. Then on DSN Plus at 5:30, Kent Island will take on Cambridge South Dorchester in boys basketball.
And coming up, as bird flu spreads across the U.S., the Trump administration officials saying they are preparing a plan to show the president what's included and what could be coming next with a possible vaccine. Stay tuned on CoastTV News at 5.
When's the last time you had your deck inspected? It's important to check for damage and loose boards.
We recommend inspecting your deck every 2 years.
Why not check it off your list now? Paul Davis offers free deck inspections year-round,
giving you peace of mind that your deck is safe and secure.
Our winter blowout sale is extended through February. Half off labor, a free fire pit, and no interest, no payments until 2026. Don't wait until the spring. Call Paul Davis for your free deck inspection today.
Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Secondhand smoke lingers for hours. And it's killed almost 3 million people since 1964. When you smoke in the house, everyone in the house smokes. So, take it outside. Visit takeitoutside.de.org.
Fall in love with safety and reliability at Gateway Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
What's in your crawl space? Damp air, wet insulation, maybe a little fungus. It's easy to forget about what's under your home. At Bennett Termite and Crawl Space Solutions, we've been helping homeowners across Delmarva create healthier, safer crawl spaces for over a decade. We make the process simple and worry-free, so you can relax. Every project begins with a thorough inspection and ends with a final quality check. I personally make sure we just don't meet standards, we exceed them. Remember, Delmarva, quality isn't expensive, it's priceless.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us.
Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
New tonight, Trump administration officials say they will present to the president a plan to combat the bird flu. Officials say the plan addresses biosecurity issues and involves medication that would avoid killing chickens. The nation's approach to bird flu has long been focused on eradication. However, that strategy might be shifting as the virus spreads to other types of animals and becomes harder to contain.
And now, following that news, the Agricultural Department has issued a conditional license to a company to produce a bird flu vaccine for chickens. The vaccine maker is Zoetis. The company, and a spokesperson said its scientists began updating its existing bird flu vaccine several years ago. Now, the government gave the company a conditional license. We'll be back.
Your best deal on a new Chevrolet starts right here at First State Chevrolet in Georgetown.
Save up to $5,500 on this 2025 Chevrolet Silverado.
Save over $15,000 on this 2024 low cab Forward.
Sales, service, parts, body shop, and towing, all in one convenient location just 1 mile north of the DMV in Georgetown.
Stop in or find us on the web at firststatechevy.com.
We are First State Chevy in Georgetown, where we put you, the customer, first. Together, let's drive.
Okay, Dad. I'm ready to start learning about the family business.
My son, there is a lot to know.
At Imperial Granite & Quartz, we do countertops from affordable to exquisite. We carry full slabs in stock so our customers can see exactly what they're getting. And all fabrication is done on site.
We do things right.
Imperial Granite & Quartz, under one roof with that couch store and Matt the Carpet Guy at the Salisbury Design Center. The perfect team for your design dreams, South Salisbury Boulevard.
Hey, bath guy, do you do roofs? Nope. Do you do lawns? Negatory. Do you do windows and siding? Not a chance.
At Peninsula Bath, we're your local pros for bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, customer focused, and competitively priced. Ask about our free shower door upgrade and our neediest bathroom contest.
Hey Dad, can you take out the trash?
No son, not a chance.
Peninsula Bath.
Find your dream car at Preston Ford's President's Day sales event. Preston Ford has over 1,000 new Ford and pre-owned vehicles waiting for you to drive home today. If you have solid credit, you could qualify for 72 months financing at 0% APR on a 2024 Mustang Mach-E Select or 2024 Ford F-150 Lightning. Visit PrestonFord.com to check out all of our savings and specials. Don't miss the incredible deals at the Preston Autoplex during our President's Day sales event. And remember, cars cost less in Preston.
Warm spring days are just around the corner, and Tyndall's Casual Furniture has everything you need to create your perfect outdoor escape. Explore the latest styles in outdoor furniture arriving now, or plan your dream oasis with custom orders guaranteed for spring delivery. All in-stock furniture is on sale, featuring top brands like Pollywood, Casual Comfort, and Telescope, proudly made in the USA. Visit us in Laura or Lewis, or check out our new location in Frankfort, Delaware, opening soon. We're ready to help you transform your outdoor space. Tyndall's Casual Furniture, Delmarva's outdoor furniture experts.
We'll drop to 32 by 9 o'clock. We're under a winter storm watch throughout the entire viewing area, along with some wind advisories along the coast. Be mindful of that, and we'll keep track of that. You can keep up with your forecast by calling our weather line, sponsored by Brockstead, Mandalis, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast.
Okay, Paul, thank you, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we're going to see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.